Hi, welcome to the Braid Zone, and thank you for joining us today. I'd like to do a video on directionality and how to get a braid to move where you want the braid to go. We have here a square part. There's a part in the front, underneath, in the back, and on top here. And if we want to cover this part, we're going to pull the hair this direction and then braid. If we want to cover this part, we're going to pull the hair in this direction and then braid. If we want to cover this part, we're going to pull the hair in this direction and then braid. And if we want to cover this part, we're going to pull the hair this direction and then braid. So if you take a section of hair and start braiding, if you want this braid to go down towards the ear, then you're going to direct that braid down towards the ear. If all of a sudden you need your braid to make a sharp turn, all you have to do is this gather is this long as the braid goes down. You can shorten this gather by turning the braid up. So pulling the bottom one tighter, making this shorter, cinching that up. And just by turning, curving your hand, you just change the directionality of the braid. And now your lower gathers from underneath are going to come up a lot further. So you've got a lot more distance to span or to cover with the hair from the bottom. So you bring that hair all the way up to the braid. And then the distance that you're spanning from the top is a lot shorter. You bring the hair from the top down to the braid. And you can keep turning this braid in any direction you want. So I'm going to keep bringing it up. The distance from underneath has increased. And we're bringing this all the way up. And then I want to bring this braid back down towards the nape of the neck. So I'm going to bring my hands down, bring a braid, gather from the top into the braid, cinch that up tight, and then bring the gather up from the bottom and keep that cinched up tight. And so you can see that the way you take your gathers, the placement of the gathers, and the way you use your hands while you're braiding will create the directionality that you desire as you're braiding. And you should be able to create any shape on the head using these simple techniques and this simple trick. So notice how the braid goes down, up, down. And it's the way you move your hands and the way you take your gathers. Thanks for joining us at the Braid Zone, and we'll see you next time.